Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, no, you're right there with us. My
Just
wife is here too.
okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
How
I'm
are you?
Jenny.
Yes, yes, I remember. Hi, Jenny.
Oh, okay. Nice to see you again, Neil.
Yeah, nice to see you as well. Looking forward to
Yeah.
putting you in the bigger car this time.
Yes, we're finally ready. Thanks.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, we're feeling like it's time. We've really keep eyeballing the Lexus GX.
okay.
That's been the one that's been on our radar the most. Not sure what year we would want, but definitely looking at probably a used model to get something a little more, um, more reasonably priced because I know those new ones are really, really pricey. Um, but the other one that we were looking at is not the Telluride. You were not a fan of the Telluride, right? What was the other one?
Yeah,
I think
last
we
time we
had
were
a
looking at Telluride.
Yeah, I think we were considering the LX two, maybe. Is the LX too big?
I think it's a much bigger.
Hmm.
I know. You
Okay.
know, probably know better.
Well, that's kind of been our top choice for right now. But one of the questions we had is that Jenny's car is one we own right now. It's a X3 BMW, but she barely drives it.
Mm-hmm.
And recently she brought it in and they're asking for all these repairs to be done to it. And it's a 2019. So feels like she might as well lease a car in order to kind of get, at least the coverage and then just kind of change it up as, the lease runs out. Because she's definitely going to stay under that mileage marker
Mm-hmm.
for leasing the car. Um, so wanted to hear a little bit more from you on just how that would work if we would like if you do leasing, you try to hunt down leasing offers and lease deals instead of owning the car and yeah.
Sure. So, the one where she has the BMW X3 2019, and if the dealership is asking to fix couple of things, uh,
Yeah.
there is no point of doing it if you're planning to get on a new lease. You just
Hmm.
keep the car as is. We have a service called vehicle appraisal value, that is vehicle selling service. It's exactly the
Hmm.
opposite of the buying or leasing. That means when we are going to sell on your behalf the X3, we are going to work and fight to get the highest appraisal value. So,
Right.
across multiple dealerships, across multiple online platforms, and see where we are going to get the most buck, that is the most money for your current X3 in the current condition. As long as it is drivable, that is, you can take it from point A to point B, and there is no
Hmm.
engine light which is like turning on in orange or in blue color, then we are good to go. No point of fixing
Okay.
anything else. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that it is in those.
Yeah,
It,
it's
it
in good
meets
shape.
both those qualifications. Um,
Just have
so
suspension.
is there when you do the service? So that's per car, correct?
So, yes,
The
so we'll bifurcate this into two parts. One is for you to get a bigger vehicle, which is Lexus GX or any other options which you are considering. And then the second one would be the BMW X3 cell plus another lease. Or are you also looking to just lease this one? I mean, are you
so
are you
we
planning to
would
get two new cars in the family, or are you just planning to get
Yeah, so we would be trading in two cars to get two new
But
cars.
I want to say that getting the larger vehicle is the priority. Um, so we'd probably put priority on getting the GX and then look into, so right now I own the X3 and I'm considering, doing a lease
You're still
for
making payments on it.
building payments. But so that's like a minor thing. Like it's not as pressing as getting the larger vehicle,
Yeah, so
but
we
we,
we can do it in sequential manner. That means
yeah,
let's
yeah,
let's trade one of your car, which is not the X3, and get the
Right.
Lexus GX. We complete everything end to end. So we are focused. We work on the numbers. We know what will
Hmm.
be the monthly payments, etc. Once it is completed, once you bring on the GX at home, once you have the keys of your vehicle, then we take a day or two to take a breather, and then we can start on your next one.
Yeah, and the other thing is we want to stagger, the credit checks
Yeah.
too, and just the hit on our credit. So
Yep.
that's the other thing. So I just want to point that out. But
Yeah, yeah, sure. And we are
okay.
always very diligent that your credit check will only happen with one final dealership where we are going to exercise this option. So
Mm-hmm.
dealerships are notorious and they manipulate, unfortunately, the customers. As soon as you walk in, they'll say, let's run your credit. But there is no
Yeah.
point doing it. First, we need to know what is the pricing, what is the out the door number, including the taxes, title, license, registration.
Right.
Once everything is done, once we also know what will be the trading value which we are getting as a part of the exchange offer, and then what is the final resulting amount which we have to either finance, pay a certain portion as a down payment, etc. And then we look at value for money. That means out of all the options which we are considering, where we are going to get the new GX or any other option at the lowest price and your current car
Mm-hmm.
at the highest price. So the net difference needs to be the minimum. So
Yeah.
that's our objective as a part of this entire engagement. And that we do it by working with multiple dealerships within 50 miles, 100 miles, up to 200-mile radius. So that way we know what is the pulse around, how many vehicle inventory options are out there, what price that they are selling at. Then we do price versus miles comparison because you are looking for a pre-owned one. So we can see that, okay, is it better to buy a little bit higher priced vehicle compared having a lower miles, or should we look at a little bit lower priced vehicles, maybe a little bit higher miles, where we are going to get the most value for money? And we have a lot of calculations which we do. I'll share it in a few minutes. So that kind of analysis will do. And then finally, once the dealership gives everything in writing to us, you go for a test drive, you like the vehicle, we do the Carfax check, everything is good to go. Then only we do the finance application. That means
Yeah.
the credit is only run once and your points will only decrease by 5 points. That's always our goal. There is no point of like running multiple hard inquiries, getting that credit
Yeah.
score affected.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Another thing that just came up, we were just going through because we were reviewing your site again, and it mentions how you're BBB accredited. And we went on the BBB website and it was showing that you were not accredited. Do you
Because
know what?
yeah, yeah. It's the credit card which was on auto renewal lapse because my credit card expired in the month of September 2025. So I just have to update the new credit card. So I just got a message from Triple B 2 days ago, and I am getting on the call with them on Monday so that they will have a new card on file and then it will get accredited once again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have been accredited with Triple B for almost now 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know it did mention you had an A plus rating, it just said not accredited, so we just wanted to double check on that.
So Triple B being a non-profit, they still charge businesses $85 per month. And I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
They're not going to credit you if you're not paying.
Yeah, exactly. It's
All right.
and so
Um,
I had a credit card which was on autopilot for the last 2 years, and then
yeah.
the credit card expires, so I just have to
Yep.
get a new card on file. That's it.
Got it.
Hmm.
Okay. Thanks for explaining that.
Yep.
All right. Did you have anything else to?
Just like how the program works.
Yeah. So if you want to go over just the program once more on how we kind of move forward,
Yeah.
next steps.
Sure. So, when you messaged me, it was a couple of years since we last spoke, and our pricing
Yep.
has also evolved. Our team has expanded. So when we were speaking, we completed about 400 clients, and now we have doubled because we are
Wow.
scaling and working full time, 7 days, almost 7 days a week now, because a lot of our clientele is only available on the weekends, just like how we are connecting at this hour.
Mm-hmm.
And so we make sure that we are always available and ensuring a complete, comprehensive, convenient, and a cost-saving exercise. That being said, um, for us, it's more friendship than business. So I'll consider the price, what we agreed upon back in the day. And so the engagement would work in this way. We'll again fill out a new client requirement form because your preferences have also evolved, which I'll just fill it
Mm-hmm.
out so it becomes easier for you. And again, it can change once you start looking at different options, etc. So the fee is fixed no matter we look at four options, compare them, negotiate on them, get the final price. It's just one single engagement. And then you also have a trade. So there is a separate trade-in fee which will sum it up and we can discuss on the pricing. So the way it would work is first of all, we'll understand your new vehicle preference, which is Lexus GS or something similar to that. And then what
Mm-hmm.
is the car which you're going to trade? Because I don't know. So one, you mentioned that you have BMW X3, but that is for a separate, that is for Jenny, which will be later on.
Yeah.
What is the current car which you are looking to trade as a part of getting a bigger vehicle?
It's a Subaru Forester 2020.
Okay, Subaru Forester 2020. So we will also request about a couple of pointers for your Subaru Forester, such as the mileage on the car. I mean, the miles driven on the car, the packages on the vehicle, any warranty which is left on the vehicle, the interior and the exterior photos of your Forester. So what we do is we start reaching out to multiple dealerships, including Subaru and including some of the large used car dealerships to get the higher, on a high level, what will be the resale value which we'll get. And then
Okay.
we also start looking at the pricing of, for example, just for the discussion purpose, Lexus GX, whatever the year, the trim level, the packages, what you shortlist, and then see what is the net difference which we are getting at on a high level. We will do the entire transaction on the same day to make sure that you are not left without a vehicle. So it won't be
Yeah.
that we'll just sell off the Forester and we have no visibility of how, when, where we are going to get the bigger vehicle. Okay.
Right.
And we will also look at two different equations. That means what is the Forester value which we are getting if we go for an independent sell? That means just directly sell it to a dealership or to an online platform like Carvana, CarMax, Vroom, etc. Or if we do a trade in, then what is the value which we are getting and how much money we are saving on the taxes as well? Because the trade
Mm,
in gives that benefit. And wherever we are pocketing the more money as a part of the selling aspect, that is the focus which we'll have. And simultaneously, in parallel, we'll also lock in, finalize, and pick up the bigger vehicle which you're looking at. And in that,
gotcha.
we'll again request what is the color preference you want, interior color preferences, right? How many miles it has to be driven, what year range you are looking at, what is the price range you are looking at what monthly payments you are planning to be at. So that way we are not like overstretching or based upon all those financial aspects, we are also making sure that we are getting the most I would say the benefits, the features, and everything, rather than compromising on other things without understanding the entire framework. And so once both the equation is mapped, you go for a test drive for a couple of them. And as you are looking for a used one, we will look at three different factors before you wire the money or put a down payment or finance your bigger vehicle, which would be the Carfax report, the dealership inspection report, and then we recommend to you, Brandon, that we do an independent third party inspection on that vehicle
Mm,
to make sure
okay.
that there is no issues on the engine aspect or the transmission. All the checks and balances are there. The vehicle was driven in a good condition. It was taken care of by the previous owner. And sometimes what
Mm.
happens is we will see, like, maybe for example, a Lexus at a very low price point. But guess what? If it is too good to be true, there is something challenging. So one of our client just last week, right? He was very price conscious. He wanted to buy a Mercedes GL 43, and he was like, "I need this car." And he found a very low price car because we are not finding a low price car for him. And he's like, "Guys, you're not working. You're not finding me a low price car. Why are you finding me all the high priced vehicles?" And when he found that vehicle, within half an hour, we found out that that particular vehicle had a lemon title.
Mm.
Correct. So that is the checks and balances we provided to him. And then he was so happy and he's like, thank God I hired you guys. Otherwise, I would have thought that it was a cheap car and I would have paid the money and then I would be in a limbo situation now. So
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes you may feel that why these guys are maybe like I'm just sharing it as our discussion aspect. We always make sure that we don't give you any vehicle which is in the fender bender or there are multiple accident reported on the vehicle because see, it's a very large investment which you are doing. So it might be little
Right.
bit pricey at first, but we also have to look at the longevity of the car. We also have to make sure that your maintenance is low. We are not getting into
Hmm.
something which will keep asking you to go to the dealership or go to the service center every single day of the week.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that level of due diligence, that level of checklist has been taken care of by the team. And so we'll complete this entire engagement. What is our current price in online is 1497, which is $1,500, a complete trade-in, which is buying a new car, either a used or a new or a pre-owned one or a certified one, and trade in, that is your current one, which will be the Subaru Forester. But as we have been discussing for quite some time, I'll compile that and reduce that fee to $1,000. And even I will bifurcate that into two parts so that it's not heavy on your pocket. We'll initiate just
Hmm.
with $500 to begin our engagement, and the $500 becomes only due once we complete the entire transaction. That means you're
Okay.
very happy getting the high priced for your Forester, a lowest clean car for your Lexus, for example, or any other make and model once you finalize that. And once you bring that car home, then I'll raise the second $500 invoice. You make the payment, we'll wait for a couple of days, and then once you and Jenny are ready for your BMW trade and getting any other vehicle on a lease, then we'll initiate the another engagement.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to talk to you
Yeah.
just about what we're looking for. Maybe we have to expand outside of the GX.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. But Jenny's just talking about we want to do our research on whether the GX is the right car or if there's maybe something else out there that might be of
We
interest.
do
I'm
that.
sure you guys
So when
you
you
can
say
help with
that,
that
okay,
too.
I'm looking for
We
Lexus
can
GX, you can give one or two names. Our team will give you an extensive list of 20 to 25 different options.
that are
Yeah,
not only GXs but
correct.
other make and models that
Other
are
make and
similar.
models, correct. And then we give you a
Yeah.
complete extensive list and you can pick and choose. I like this one. Maybe give me more details on this one. I want to go for the test drive for this one. So you are in no hurry to choose and just go with one car.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing, like just making sure that the used vehicles are certified pre-owned.
You want to ask?
No,
Yeah.
just like getting that.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
No, sorry, I did not.
It, she was asking if
Just like just specify like any of the vehicles that we look at are certified pre-owned vehicles.
Yeah, so there are two type of used vehicles. One is a
Yeah,
certified pre-owned, and one is a just a used vehicle. So certified pre-owned can only be sold by that same manufacturer dealership. All right.
yeah.
The used one can be, so a Lexus can be sold by Toyota, Honda, or even Lexus if it is just a simply used one. Now,
Hmm.
the difference between the two is certified is less than 3 years old because after 4 years
Okay.
it will lose its certified pre-owned certification.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we are in 2025, heading into 2026 now. So if you're looking for certified pre-owned, we have to look for a 2022 or newer.
Yeah,
Okay,
perfect. Perfect.
sure.
I'm just looking at like safety ratings, and apparently, like Lexus isn't coming up on safety ratings, but like Telluride is,
The
Hmm.
Telluride.
and uh, the Volvo XC90 is also coming up,
Okay.
which is a three row.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Is that, do you know, Neil, about the Volvo
yeah.
XC90?
We have done various XC90 for our clients.
And
XC60,
it's a,
XC90, like that. All different options.
that's a three row vehicle, correct?
Yeah, XC90 is a three
Okay,
vehicle. Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So while you are there, I'll just quickly show you one thing here so that it
Yeah.
gives you an option for you to evaluate. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Are you able to see this spreadsheet?
Yes.
Yes. So this is one of our client and he was not sure. So we collected his requirement. He's just said that I want a mid-size SUV. It has to be luxury. He gave a preference less than 20,000 miles. He also gave like color preferences, which I'll also collect from you guys. No manual
Mhm.
transmission. Again, an Arizona client only. And then he also wanted to trade his Genesis and but he was not sure which one to get. So what our team did is we found him all different mid-size SUVs. So you can see all Mercedes options, the starting price, the sample for him to go and check the photos, and then we left him to give the comments. Then we did the same for BMW, Porsches, Genesis, Lincoln, Audi, Land Rover, Cadillac, Volvo XC60 right here. For you, it will be 90. Lexus, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, Jag. So
Mm,
that entire extensive list will be done by our team. I'll also show you
okay.
more. So you don't have to worry, right? That okay, whether we have covered all different options or not. So here, let me bring that. Yeah, pricing options. So here you can see for another client of ours, this particular lady out of Texas was looking for only buying that particular vehicle, which would have a 360 panoramic camera view because she wanted that her child and her son should be safe when they are doing the parking anywhere across the city. And so we only found her all different options, different make and models, which would have that particular specific preference of what she was looking for. So we found for Acura, Audi, Beamer, Chevy, Genesis, Hyundai, Jag, Kia, Lincoln, Mazda, Mercedes, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Toyota, Volkswagen, Volvo. Right. So same thing. Once you let us know your budget, whether you are looking for a three row, whether you want captain seats or you don't want captain seats, then we'll find all those options for you. And then you can go for a test drive. We'll set up a test drive for you. Or you can say that, hey guys, you give me a technical or an engine level comparison. You give me the value comparison, how quickly the cars are depreciating, each of those options, what you have shared. Any questions you have, our team will deliver. And then from there, from multiple options, we can start eliminating, prioritizing a couple of options. Once you have your top three or top two, then we can go on to the negotiation side where we can get you the out the door price, monthly price, what it would take, and then we can finalize one option. So we work as per your timeline. So if you needed the car in the next 5 days, we'll work at lightning speed. But if you say, no, guys, I want to do a detailed research, I want to evaluate all the options, let's take 1 to 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we'll work as per that timeline.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Mhm.
I don't think we have any other questions.
Sure. So we'll just take 2 more minutes of your time. We'll fill out this form. And again, don't worry. This can evolve. You can update your preference, change your preferences. But this form, once we fill it out, it will just give a starting point to my team so that they can initiate the search process. I'll just share my screen here. Yeah, so this we call it a client requirement form, and I have your email on file. Are you looking for both the pre-owned or only the certified pre-owned?
Think, I mean, we could look at pre-owned, both, I guess.
Okay,
But preference would be certified.
okay. Preference would be certified. Understood. And don't worry, in pre-owned also, we are doing a
Mm-hmm.
four-level due diligence. I was just sharing that with Brendan, but I'll just quickly repeat here that once we look at the Carfax report and auto check report, then we
Mm-hmm.
ask the dealership to give us a dealership inspection report. That means that's a report which a service center would have prepared once they would have taken the car from a previous seller, and they
Mm-hmm.
would have conducted initial review of any changes or any things that they have to take care of before they can put back in the market and list it again. So in that we get to know whether if there was any issue, whether they did the oil change, whether they did the tire rotation, whether there was any mechanical failure, whether there was any physical issue in the vehicle. So all that evaluation which the dealership has done, we get to know. But again, keep in mind, the dealership can have a biased dealership inspection report
Right.
because they just want to show that everything is good and great and they want to sell it to the next customer. So what we do is once, not in every vehicle what we'll see, but the top two or the final one before we plan to make the payment, we go for a third party independent inspection. So it can be a couple of online platforms where they will send their licensed mechanic, an auto check person, to the dealership to inspect, or we can find a nearby five-star rated mechanic or an auto repair showroom where they will send one of their dedicated engineers and a mechanic to the dealership to do a independent third party inspection. It costs money, so it will be $100 to about $150. You will make the payment directly to that agency or to that particular shop. We are just recommending it's your call whether you want to do it or not. But that gives us a complete blueprint of what has happened with that vehicle. And every if it aligns with what dealership has sent, it's good to go. We go ahead with the purchase. If there are certain issues, then we ask the dealership to fix it, as long as it is only not related to anything mechanical, which is neither engine, neither transmission. If it is like some things which is not going to impact the vehicle, then it is good to go. And then we proceed with the purchase.
Okay.
Okay. And then sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we also ask the dealership if it is a pre-owned vehicle, then we ask them, can you make that certified? So they take about $1,000 to about $1,500 more, but they can include a certification package. So that option also we can consider.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is the timeline you are looking at in terms of this purchase?
Probably December of 25,
Yeah.
Okay.
right?
So you have good time. Let's leverage the
Yeah.
time. Let's start the process now so that step by step we'll have more clarity, more visibility, more understanding as to where and how we are in the market, and then we can take it from there. So I'll say no timeline. We are just looking for the best deal. Okay, and then
Yeah.
just for the team purposes, I'll just put November and December month. Okay. So
Perfect.
they will do it. Any particular year range you are preferring that? Okay, I want any vehicle, whichever we shortlist
I'd
and finalize.
say
2020 and more.
no, 2022. 2020 is old. Like, it's gonna be 6 years old.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say 22.
22 or newer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A particular make and model, or you just want us to create an extensive list?
I would focus on the Lexus GX and the Kia Telluride.
Okay.
Um, And then, we'll see how that goes and we might expand that a little bit. I mean, do you want to add the Volvo to that? What do you think?
Kind of curious about that Infinity. What's that?
Oh, the QX80, but
Yeah, QX80,
or
QX90. Yeah.
maybe QX60 and QX80. The QX60
Okay.
looks more like a van.
Okay.
QX80 is the one you like.
Okay.
It doesn't rate very high. That's why I'm a little hesitant.
Well, let's just
Okay.
throw it in there.
Hey, anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. I've just put Volvo for now. You can
Yeah.
remove anytime. We have time, so let's
Perfect.
explore. I would just suggest. Yeah. So we have considered in trim level, are you looking for like a base model or you want some packages in it or you are just open to that? Flexibility, anything?
Yeah,
I
there's
think
some
we're flexible.
flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
getter.
Okay.
Okay.
And as we are looking for the pre-owned and certified pre-owned, do you want to stay within like certain miles on your vehicle, like let's say less than 50,000 miles driven or anything along those lines?
I think with pre-owned, yeah, anything below maybe 40.
Okay,
Stick with 40 for now.
noted. Any particular packages? So people have, I mean, I'll just give you an example. Some people will say, I need the entire panoramic moonroof, sunroof, or they would say that I want a premium sound system of like Bose, or they would say that I want what we call automated heated seats, like ventilated
Hmm.
seats. Anything which
Yeah,
comes to your mind? Yeah.
I think definitely one of the things that is important is the automatic seat settings.
Yeah, automatic seat settings. Yeah.
Yep. Um, I think the captain seats
Yep, captain seats.
is another one.
Okay, perfect.
Um, I think seat heating and cooling would be
Hmm.
nice. That's not like a deal breaker though. I think those are two big ones that we're like really fixed on. Oh, and a quiet, I don't know if it's something, but like a quiet cabin, like a quieter cabin.
Can you elaborate on that, please?
Yeah, like, some of the cabins of the cars can, like when you're on the freeway, it can get really loud. Like
Yeah.
my Subaru, when I'm on the freeway, I have to crank up my volume for music and for phone calls because I can barely hear over the sound of being on the freeway.
Okay, okay.
So,
Hmm.
the quiet cabin, yeah.
Okay, I'll just explain them exactly what you have mentioned when I get on the call
Yeah.
with the team. Yeah. In drivetrain, any specific or are you open across?
Um, I mean, all-wheel drive would be nice. And actually, that's another thing. I don't know if again, it's not like a deal breaker, but towing capability.
Yep. So let me just put that here. Huh. Towing capability. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how many like the
The
uh
weight.
the weight? Yes, yes.
Yeah, I don't know the weight.
Okay. We'll add one
Yeah.
column and we'll just put the towing capacity or the capability of each vehicle and then we can review.
Okay.
Hmm. Color preferences?
Um, I guess not white.
Open to others?
Yes.
Okay. Interior color?
Um,
So there are mainly two types of interior. One is a darker, which is like a black gray kind of the interior. One is the lighter, which is like beige cream, white interiors. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm open either way.
Okay. Okay. Any other must-haves like the way you mentioned about the towing capability? Anything else which comes in your mind?
Must-haves.
Yeah.
My wife's coming back. Any must-haves? I mentioned the captain seats and the towing capability. Hi.
I don't have any specific stats, I guess.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good.
Any must not haves? Like I just don't want this in are you
Okay.
also looking to do the lease for Gina now or post December?
Probably post temporary. Yeah.
Okay, sure, sure. So then I would just say that if a dealership, the BMW dealership asks to fix like multiple things, just don't spend that money because there is no point of doing that as we are already thinking about like upgrading and getting into a newer lease.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, because what we have noticed, we have done a lot of vehicle appraisal exercise that even if you spend $2,000 to get one or two things fixed, you don't get that $2,000 in the selling aspect. The buyer
Mm,
would not give you that much money of what you have spent in services.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's better to get paid little bit less, but not to put our hard-earned money into getting things fixed.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So just that was my 2 cents based on the experience.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Anything else
Okay.
before we conclude the call, Brandon?
No, I really appreciate you taking the time today to go through that, and we'll look forward to getting it all started.
Great, great. Welcome aboard, and my team will initiate the email along with a client handbook on a Monday morning.
Perfect.
Yeah, as you are not in rush, we'll take some time to start on Monday. Otherwise, we would have just started today.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Okay. So wishing
All
you
right.
and the family a wonderful weekend ahead, and we'll get started next week.
Sounds good. Same to
Okay.
you.
Take care.
Thanks, Neil.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye bye.